Hello, students of class 8. We have already started chapter 8 reforms in Indian societies. So, today we are going to learn about the banning of sati. Now, custom of sati was the most barbaric social evil of the time, and in this, what the widow has to do? She has to burn herself alive on the funeral of her dead husband. So, the most opponent power or voice of this practice was Raja Ram Mohan Roy. He launched a campaign against this. Okay, next one is a widow remarriage. In the 18th century, the condition of widow was very pitiable, very worse. They were not allowed to remarry. They're not allowed to attend any of the family functions. Okay, and at such happy occasions, they were considered as inauspicious. Now, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, he also launched a crusade for the betterment of the widows. He also wanted that widows should be allowed to remarry. Clear? His effort led to the passing of the Hindu Widows Remarriage Act in 1856. So Pandita Ramabai Ranade was also another social reformer, and she dedicated her life to the cause of the women's right. Next one, education for the girls. Today, as you can see, that most of the girls, they go to school and they receive education, but the situation was very different during the time of the 19th century. Girls at that time, they were discouraged from attending any school. Some of the people, they used to believe that girls who were educated would not find a suitable husband for them. So others, what they believed, that the husband of educated woman will die young. So these are the superstitious thought. So reformers of that period, they wanted that women needed to be educated. They believed that education will give a better life to a woman. So the biggest advocate of the women's education was Mahatma Phule, Savitribai Phule, and Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. They all opened schools for the girls, those who are belonging to the depressed classes, and they also started many of the association also. Okay, in that means Kandukuri Virsalingam, he also worked for the educations of the girls. Next one is a law against the child marriage. During that time, what happened? Children were married off at a very early age. So the reformers, what they did, they protested against this, and after a lot of struggle, the Child Marriage Restriction Act was passed in 1929. And it has been said that the minimum age for the marriage of the girls will be at 18 and the boys at 21. Now, what are the challenges that the reformers they have to face during the caste system? Now, another problem was the caste system. Now, Hindus, we all know that they have been divided into the caste and subcaste. So, it has been divided into four of the varnas. So at the bottom of the social ladders, they were the untouchable people. They are known as depressed, the Harijans people. They were not allowed to draw water from the wells. Okay, they were not allowed to enter the temples or the study shastras. So the untouchables were thought to have a polluting effect on the people. So next one is that reformers of the period, they also criticizes caste inequalities also. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, he realized that the reform of the Hinduism itself had to be proceeded due to the reform of the Indian society. So how that reform of the Indian society will be that every caste needed to be equal. Okay, should not break any kind of a laws. And he also realized that to break free from the shackles of the caste system and the meaningless rituals of the religion, people should be introduced to the original text of Hinduism. So he took up the task of translating Hindu scriptures into the Bengali. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Swami Vivekananda, they also worked for the caste system. Swami Vivekananda, he believed that caste was just a major social system, not a religious institution. Religious texts did not talk of caste. So what made a person supreme was not a caste, but his or her inherent qualities. Clear? Next one, in the Western India, what you can find, Gopi Hari Deshmukh, Jyotiba, Ramakrishna Bhandarkar, M.G. Ranade, Ramabai Ranade, they were the prominent reformers of the Western India. All of them, they spoke and wrote against the caste system. Next one, in Southern India, what you can find, Kandukuri Veesalingam, Chembiti, Sri Hadarugulu, Sri Narayan Guru, Sri Narayan Dharma Paripal Yojam. These are all association which has been built by the Southern Indian reformers. Okay, E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, K. Kalappan, J.K. Mahadevan, they all fought for it. Clear? Temple entry movement, then self-respect movement. These were all the different kind of a work that were against the dominations of the Brahmins people, because Brahmin people, they were in the topmost ladder of the caste system, and they used to differentiated the caste system. Next one is the fight against untouchability. You know, if the word untouchability comes, Mahatma Gandhi is the first name to be suggested. He started a nationwide movement against untouchability. He called people of the low caste people as the Harijan, as the children of God. He founded All India Untouchability League and started the weekly Harijan. Bhimrao Ambedkar, B.R. Ambedkar, we all know. Okay, he already ended untouchability, caste system discrimination, exploitation of the Harijans. He founded several journals, articles to spread these messages, and he led his followers in a series of the non-violent campaigns also to assert the right of the untouchables to enter the temples and draw water from the public wells. Okay. So children, in this chapter, we have already completed what are the different reforms that the reformers they have started their movement against all these evil social evils. These are the social evils. Okay. So if any doubt, you can tell me. Thank you, children.